Hello and welcome to Yoga for On Your Birthday. If you're joining me today, it must be your birthday. It's actually my birthday today, so I thought I'd film a Yoga for On Your Birthday sequence so that you can come to it when it's your birthday. And I thought maybe we'd make it a little bit of a fun practice where we really open through the full body and maybe have a bit of a play with some poses and just have an all-round good time, right? Because today is about celebrating you, your beautiful body, and yeah, just honoring you and where you're at in your life journey. So if you're joining me on the mat today, I'm so excited to have you here again. Happiest of birthdays to you. I have been very spoiled on my birthday today. I have got some beautiful new tights and I've had so much love shown to me from so many people. So I'm excited for you to be able to also show yourself some love on your birthday. So let's begin, shall we? We are just going to begin today seated, either on your heels or you can sit cross-legged, whatever feels good for you. But I'm going to invite you to turn your palms faced up today, because palms faced up is allowing us to receive the energy in. So turn your palms faced up, welcoming in, receiving, and opening yourself up into this space. You've found your way onto your mat, which is amazing. So just honouring you, your body, for showing up for you. And this beautiful vessel that you have been given that is walking you through life, because our bodies are our home, you know, they are our vessel, they are where we live for our whole lifetime. So just honouring that. By giving the body some space to really move and to nourish it through movement is so important each and every day. But just, yeah, honouring the fact that you've shown up today, you've taken the step for you. On your next inhale, we're going to reach those arms up overhead. And then we're going to take the right hand down to the mat beside you, walk the fingertips out and reach the left arm overhead. Kind of getting up into that nice left side of the body here in a side stretch. Coming back through center, dropping that left hand, walking it out, reaching the right arm overhead. Side body stretch on the right side. And coming back through center, one more time, dropping that right hand down beside you, walking it out, reaching over with the left arm, and maybe try and open the chest a little bit more here. You might just open up, see if you can open into that chest space. Your gaze might follow and look up towards that left elbow, totally up to you. And then up through center in an inhale and going the opposite direction. So reaching that right arm overhead again. And then opening up, see if you can play with it, open a little more, gazing up. I am so glad I put sunglasses on right now because the sun is blazing down on me. And it feels amazing, don't get me wrong, but I definitely need the glasses. Coming up through center, bringing the hands to the mat and coming up through a tabletop position. So grounding down into the hands and into the knees. Knees are under the hips, hands are under the shoulders. And we're just going to come through some cat-cows. So dropping the belly, lifting the chest, opening through the heart. And then exhale, rounding away, curving through that spine. Inhale, looking forward and through the gates of the arms. And exhale, rounding away. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, curving through the spine. Now just go off the railway tracks a little bit. So experiment and play here. You might add in some little hip movements, shoulder movements, still creating that idea of cat-cow, but just allowing the body to move a bit more freely here. Get quite fluid with it. You might even bend into the elbows, drop down a little bit, you know, just have a wee play, explore. Find what your body desires here. Maybe you make some circles with the body. Experiment, find what is right for you. And then coming back to that tabletop position, and we're going to tuck those toes under. And from here, we're going to activate that core a little bit. So turn that core on, and we're going to hover the knees off the mat ever so slightly. So core is activated, keeping long through that spine, right out to the crown of the head. Holding here, and then lowering down. We're going to do that again. So grounding down into the hands, lifting up through the knees on an inhale and holding here. I swear I used to hate core movements. Now I find them so activating and fun. And while not everybody does find them fun, and I totally understand that, we are not here for long, so just hold it for a couple more rounds of breath. And then releasing down, untucking the toes and sinking the hips back towards the heels. And you can take your hands, glide them down along beside you, turn them palms faced up and rest the forehead down in child's pose. Now, knowing that today this child's pose is always an option for you to come back to whenever you need. And then lifting up to sit. We're going to come back through that tabletop position, but walk the hands forward a handprint here. So they're a handprint in front of where they would be if you were in that tabletop. Tuck the toes, and we're going to lift the knees off the mat and then begin to send the hips up towards the sky, lengthening through the spine, and then begin to walk your legs a little bit in your downward dog. So those hips are heading up towards the sky or the roof, bending through one knee, then the other, moving here in your downward dog. And then when you're ready, you might take a really nice bend into those knees so that you can lengthen through the spine, ears coming between the arms, and then from this position with that long spine, begin to straighten the legs. If you need be, you can keep that little micro bend in the knees, just whatever feels good for you here. Then on an inhale, we're going to curve through the spine, round it, and come forward over the hands into a plank position. Exhale, bend into the knees, sending the hips up towards the sky. Inhale, coming through that cat-like position into your plank. Bending through the knees, sending the hips back and lifting up into your down dog. Losing my glasses. Coming through to plank. Exhale, lifting up. 2 more times. Rounding through. And exhale, sinking those hips up and back. Last time, holding your plank here. Now, there is always an option when we come to plank to drop your knees if need be. So just bringing those knees towards the mat in a half plank. Otherwise, holding here. And then everybody lower the knees down. And we're going to drop the chest and the chin to the mat here. Inhale, glide through past the arms to lift up for baby cobra. Opening through the chest, and then exhale, sinking back into your down dog. Breathing here. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands and step forward. Find length through the spine and a half lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Ground down into the feet, reaching those arms up overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lifts the arms up. Exhale, folds you forward. Find that length and a half lift. Then plant the hands and step back to plank. Lowering the knees, chest and chin to the mat. Elbows are coming in beside the body here. Push through, lifting up for a baby cobra. And then exhale back to your down dog. Bend the knees, look between the hands, step forward. Find that half lift. Fold over the legs. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time as you inhale, lift the arms up overhead. We're going to take that left wrist with the right hand and we're going to exhale, drop towards the right side of the mat. So coming back to that left side body stretch. Inhale brings you through center, switching the clasp of the wrist, and exhale to the opposite side. Inhale brings you up, and exhale, fold forward over those legs. Fine lengthen that half lift on an inhale, then plant the hands and step back through your plank position. Oh, my mat is getting hot in the sun. Lower the knees, chest and chin to the mat. And then slide through for cobra. Now this time we're going to exhale, lower to the mat and take your hands just out in line with the shoulders and just off the mat. Then as you inhale, we're going to lift the chest up, open up, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up, moving with your breath here, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Now this time we're going to inhale, lift up and hold, and then dropping the right shoulder towards the center of the mat, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale through center, exhale, left shoulder comes down towards the center of the mat, looking over the right. Inhale, center, dropping that right shoulder down, looking over the left. Inhale, center, exhale, left shoulder down, looking over the right. Inhale, center, and exhale, lowers you down to the mat. Bringing those hands back under the shoulders to come up through tabletop, tuck the toes and send the hips back for down dog. Inhale, lifting that right leg up for three-legged down dog. Exhale, bringing the knee towards the nose. Inhale, sending that leg back. Exhale, knee towards the right arm. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lift. And exhale, knee comes back towards that nose. See if you can lift it up a little higher and step that foot forward. Open up through the chest for a low lunge here. Now, option to drop that back knee, or you can keep it lifted. Breathing here. Also an option if you have blocks with you to place the block underneath the hand to lift you up a little bit more. Now on your next inhale, ground down into those feet and lift the chest up, reaching the arms overhead, high lunge. Exhale, drop that back foot, open the arms up for warrior two. Breathe in here. Can you relax those shoulders a little bit more? On your next exhale, we're going to circle those hands down to the mat, coming up onto the back toes of that back foot, and open up towards the right side. Exhale, dropping that right hand down and stepping the right foot back. Knees, chest and chin. Inhale through cobra, lifting a little higher in your cobra this time, and exhale back to down dog. Inhale, that left leg lifts. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale, lifts it up. Exhale, knee towards left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to right. Inhale, lift.
exhale, knee comes in towards the nose. See if you can lift it up a little higher before stepping it forward between the hands. Becoming light on the fingertips to open up through the chest in your low lunge. Remembering that option to lower the back knee. Breathing here. Then grounding down into your feet so you can lift up for a high lunge. Shoulders down away from the ears as you open up here. Exhale, drop that back foot, open up to warrior two. Breathing here. Then circling those hands down to the mat as you come up onto those back toes, ground down into that right hand, lift the left arm up. Left hand comes down and frames that front foot and step back through your plank. Lower the knees, chest and chin. Push through for cobra. And exhale back to your down dog. Bend the knees, look between the hands and step forward. Find length and a half lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Ground down into the feet, reaching those arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Whew, I don't know about you, but it's getting pretty hot here. My mat is very warm. On your next inhale, reach those arms up and exhale, fold forward. Find length on an inhale. We're going to add on here. So step back into your down dog, into your plank, sorry. Lower the knees, chest and chin. Inhaling for upward dog or cobra and exhaling back to down dog. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Then as you exhale, knee towards the nose and step that foot forward. Inhale, lifts you up into a high lunge. And exhale, dropping that back foot down parallel to the short side of the mat for your warrior two. Adding on and moving with the breath here. So as you inhale, straighten that front leg, lifting the arms up overhead. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifts you up. Exhale, lowers you. One more time. Then this time as you exhale, lower, taking that right elbow towards the right knee, left arm comes overhead. Breathe in here. Then coming up onto the back toes as you circle that left hand down to the mat, open up to the side. Dropping that right hand, stepping back through your plank. Come through your knees, chest and chin, into your cobra. Exhale to your down dog. Left leg lifts. Step it between the hands. Lift up for high lunge. Drop that back foot parallel to the short side of the mat. Warrior two. Move with your breath. Inhale, straighten through that front leg, lift the arms. Exhale, lower down. Moving with your breath. So maybe you're faster or slower than me, that's okay. Listen in. What do you need today? Lifting up one more time and then lowering down, dropping that left elbow towards the left knee, right arm overhead. Coming through those back toes on that back foot, dropping the right hand down and opening up to the left side. Bringing the left hand down to the mat, stepping back through your plank. Lower the knees, chest and chin. Inhale through cobra and exhale to down dog. Bend the knees, look between the hands, step forward, find length in your half lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Ground down into the feet, reaching those arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold. Find length. Then plant the hands and step back through your plank. Lower your knees, chest and chin. Push through for cobra. Exhale to your down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee towards the chest, step it forward. Inhale, lifts you up. And exhale, drops that back foot for your warrior two. Move here. Last time. Then dropping that right elbow to the right knee, left arm reaches overhead. Now I'm going to give you a couple of options because we're going to play here a little bit. So you can either stay here if here feels good. You can drop that right hand to the mat, reaching that left arm over. Or option today combined. So that right shoulder is coming into the inner right knee. Right hand comes behind you, left hand clasps the right. Open through that front body here. Now option to stay here if here is where you've found yourself. Coming to the version that suits you and your body. Or option to play with Bird of Paradise today. So if you're going to play with Bird of Paradise, looking down towards that front foot and stepping that back foot forward. Grounding down into the left foot, coming up onto the toes of the right foot and then beginning to lift up to balance here. Open through the chest and the front body. Now you can stay here if here feels good for you, or option to begin to straighten through that leg. My leg does not straighten, here is where I go. So play with your body, your body's needs, where it wants to go. And we're going to come out of this the same way we got in. So bending that knee, bringing that right foot to the mat, stepping the left foot back, bringing the right hand down to the mat, left arm reaches up. Circling the left hand down, coming up onto the toes of that back foot to open up to the right side. Right hand frames that right foot, step back through your plank. Come through your knees, chest and chin, into your cobra, and back to your down dog. Breathe in here in your down dog. That is not an easy pose to go to, so play with your body where it wants to go. It's not about getting into the pose, but it's just taking the actions towards getting to the pose that really serves us, whether you get into it or not. You're still working all the same muscles at whatever point you came to. And then beginning to lift the left leg this time. Exhale, knee towards chest, step it forward. Inhale, lifts you up. High lunge. Exhale, drops that back foot into your warrior two. Move with your breath here. And this time holding your warrior two. Taking that left elbow towards the left knee, reaching the right arm overhead. So reminder, if here is where you want to come today, stay here. If you want to come a little further, taking that left hand down to the inside of the left foot. Breathe in here. Option to take it further today by taking that left shoulder into the left inner knee, left hand behind you, right hand clasps that left hand, and a bind. Breathing here, opening through that chest. Now next option is to come to bird of paradise. So if you're going to come to that, grounding down into that front foot, stepping that back foot forward. I'm going to turn towards you. So grounding down into the right foot, becoming light on the toes of that left foot, lifting up to stand. Now knowing that if you fall out at any point in time, it's totally fine. That's part of it, right? I find fixing your gaze somewhere that's not moving to be very helpful in balancing poses. So opening up through the chest, now option to stay here or option to begin to straighten through the leg, wherever you can go. I cannot get straight, like I said before, this is me. Then bending into that front knee, coming down to the mat, and we're coming back the same way. So keeping that left foot grounded in the mat, stepping that right foot back for your warrior two. Lowering the left hand, lifting the right hand up. Then circling that right hand down to the mat, coming up onto those back toes and reaching the left arm overhead. Bringing that left hand down to frame that front foot and stepping back through your plank. Knees, chest and chin. Final time we come through this. Inhale, open through the chest and exhale back to your down dog. Then bend the knees, look between the hands and step forward to sit. Finding your way into a seated position, and we're going to send our legs out long for Dandasana. So you might like to move that fleshy bit out from the side so you can lengthen up tall through the spine. Option to take your block underneath you if you find you're rounding your back, or like always folding that mat up underneath you. But wherever you want to be today, whatever feels good for you, find length through the spine. And inhale, reach those arms overhead, and then exhale, fold forward over the legs, folding from the hips. So we're lengthening forward, chest towards the toes. Inhale, lengthen up halfway, and exhale, folding in. And with time, you might find you come a little further forward. And if you don't worry about it. Your body, what it needs today. But the option is there to move further in with your breath. Inhale, find length, lifting up, and exhale, coming back through center. Bringing the soles of the feet to the mat, and we're going to lower down onto our backs, vertebrae by vertebrae. Once you've found your way onto the back, we're going to take our right ankle, cross it just past our left knee, opening that right knee up towards the right side, and then you can stay here if here feels like enough for you. If you're quite tight in the hips, it may be where you want to go. If you want to go further, you'll take the right hand through the gates of the legs, the left hand to the outside of the left leg for threaded needle. Now, option today to take this further still by lengthening up through that left leg, and you might reach those hands around that left calf. And then releasing the hands, bending that left leg, placing the sole of the foot on the mat, uncrossing the right foot, and then taking that left foot, crossing it over the right knee, Taking a breath here, knowing that if this is where you want to be today, then stay here. If you want to come deeper, you might lift the toes of the right foot off the mat. Take the left hand through the gates of the leg, right hand to the outside. Thread a needle. Now, if you took the option on the other side of coming a little further, you might begin to straighten through that right leg, taking those hands around the calf, bringing that right leg a little closer. Then bending into that right leg, placing it back on the mat, uncrossing the left leg. And we're going to walk the soles of the feet towards one another and open the knees up for your happy butterfly posture, recline butterfly. I'm thinking happy baby, but this is butterfly. And you might bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart and just allow yourself this moment to really connect inwards. And allow this to be a moment of reflection. Because it's your birthday, reflect on the past year that you've had, what came up for you. Maybe there were some challenges, and know that that's totally normal if there were. Just honouring those challenges and the fact that you made your way through them. And then taking a moment to pause and find gratitude for the past year you've had. What are you grateful for? What happened within your life that sparked some joy for you? Maybe you've accomplished a milestone. Maybe you just found so much joy in each day. Maybe you've been loving something that you're doing every day. So just finding some gratitude for some things that came up for you for this past year. And then taking a moment to set an intention for what you want the year ahead to be. You've focused on the past, the challenges, the things you're grateful for. What do you want to welcome more of in this next year of your life? What do you intend this next year to be? And then letting that all go and allowing the feet to walk down towards the top of the mat. Allowing the feet to drop open and the arms to come down beside you, palms faced up for receiving. And just letting go of the breath, of the thoughts, and allowing yourself to be present in this moment for Shavasana.
Beginning to lengthen the inhales and the exhales. Taking some movements through the fingers and the toes. Wrists and the ankles. Then reaching the arms overhead and taking a full body stretch. Before bending the knees and rolling to the right side. Just pausing here on your right side to find a moment for gratitude for your beautiful body that's got you through this lifetime to wherever you are at today. And then when you're ready, making your way up to sit. Bringing the hands together in front of the heart. Honouring you today on your special day. I hope you enjoyed this flow and that you have a wonderful birthday and that you are spoiled and surrounded with so much love. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Now you know what to do. You know if you liked this class, then to give it a thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this, then hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to see when videos drop. I cannot wait to see you again next time. Have a wonderful birthday. Happy birthday. Mwah. Sending you so much love wherever you are in the world. See you next time. Bye.